What if human history is far older, far stranger, and far more advanced than we were ever taught? What if beneath the dense green breath of Cambodia's jungles lies a forgotten world capable of rewriting everything we think we know about civilization? For centuries, Angkor Wat stood as a quiet monument, its stones whispering stories we believed we already understood. But we were wrong. Because hidden under the forest, under centuries of silence, is a truth so vast and so unsettling that modern science had to invent new tools just to see it. This is not a story about ruins. This is a story about a civilization so advanced, so precise, so impossibly skilled, that it forces us to ask a terrifying question: what if we are not the peak of human knowledge, but merely the survivors of a forgotten age of genius? In 2012, a group of scientists boarded a helicopter with a device that would change everything: LiDAR. Millions of laser pulses pierced the jungle canopy, revealing the ground beneath as if stripping time itself. And in a single moment, the world saw what the forest had hidden for centuries. They didn't find a few temples. They found cities, vast, interconnected cities stretching across hundreds of square kilometers. Roads carved with mathematical precision. Reservoirs engineered with flawless geometry. Entire metropolitan grids perfectly aligned as though drawn with the mind of an architect from a future age. Suddenly, Angkor Wat was not the city. It was just the ceremonial heart of something far bigger and far more mysterious. The Khmer Empire wasn't a kingdom, it was a megastructure. And the deeper the scientists looked, the stranger it all became. North of Angkor lies Koh Ker, a site long swallowed by vines and time. But LiDAR revealed something impossible: a city designed with perfect right-angled streets, massive square water basins, and a layout aligned with astronomical markers. The geometry was so clean, so calculated, so deliberate that even modern city planners were stunned. But the true wonder was not on the surface. It was the water. The Khmer engineered one of the most complex hydraulic systems ever discovered, a network so advanced that hydrologists today still struggle to understand it. This system used no pumps, no motors, no machines. It relied entirely on gravity, directing the flow of water with such accuracy that it could control floods, support agriculture year-round, and supply entire cities seamlessly. This was not simple irrigation. This was hydraulic engineering on a scale matching modern urban design. When scientists reconstructed the flow models on computers, they were shocked. The efficiency of the system, the balancing of pressure, the management of seasonal overflow, all of it suggested calculations and environmental knowledge centuries ahead of what historians believed possible. How did they do it? How did a civilization with supposedly limited tools design something that modern engineers describe as near perfect? But water was only the beginning. Stone told a stranger story. Across Angkor's temples, enormous blocks weighing many tons are fitted together with surgical precision. Joints less than a millimeter thick. Angles aligned as though cut by machines. Patterns repeating with flawless consistency. Yet the official narrative says the Khmer lacked iron tools capable of such clean cuts. So how were these stones shaped? How were they transported? And how were they placed so perfectly that even today a razor blade cannot fit between them? Some stones show signs of cutting techniques that resemble diamond-level hardness. Others show polishing so smooth it reflects sunlight like glass. These feats should be impossible for the technology attributed to the 9th century. But the stones are real. The cuts are real. The precision is real. Something does not add up. Then came the metals. Archaeologists analyzing metal fragments from the region found alloys containing rare elements not native to Cambodia. Some had melting points far higher than the furnaces believed to exist in that era. Others were intentionally combined in ways suggesting knowledge of materials science well beyond the empire's known capabilities. This raises uncomfortable questions. Were the Khmer part of a long-distance trade network that has disappeared from the historical record? Or did they inherit a metallurgical tradition so advanced that it eventually faded, leaving only fragments behind? Either answer is extraordinary, but neither fully explains the anomalies. Because then we look to the sky. Many of Angkor's structures are aligned with cosmic events, solstices, equinoxes, lunar standstills, star paths. These alignments are not rough approximations. They are precise down to fractions of a degree. They required long-term astronomical observation, mathematical modeling, and architectural mastery integrated across vast cities. Imagine an entire civilization so attuned to the heavens that it built giant celestial calendars into the ground. It means they understood cycles of the sun and moon with an accuracy rivaling that of ancient Egypt and the Maya. But Angkor's precision is on a different scale, because it stretches across dozens of kilometers, integrated into both temples and urban planning. Human ingenuity alone could explain pieces of the puzzle. But all of it together, hydraulic mastery, impossible stonework, mysterious metallurgy, astronomical precision, suggests something deeper. Something lost. Scholars argue it was simply genius multiplied across generations. That thousands of workers, centralized power, and long-term planning produced the marvels we see today. But others see the cracks in that explanation. They ask, why was this knowledge lost? Why did such a sophisticated system collapse so completely that even its existence was forgotten until a laser scanned the jungle? How does a civilization with this level of scientific mastery vanish almost overnight? The fall of Angkor is still a mystery. Climate change, war, disease, many theories exist. But none explain the disappearance of their knowledge. None explain why the engineering, the metalwork, the astronomical systems, the precision stonecraft, all simply stopped. It is as if a light went out. As if an entire science vanished with its people. So what if the Khmer didn't just build cities? What if they inherited something older? What if they preserved fragments of a scientific tradition stretching back into prehistory, an era erased by time, disaster, or the rise and fall of forgotten worlds? The ruins feel less like architecture, and more like messages. Messages carved in stone. Messages encoded in geometry. Messages written in water. And now that LiDAR has peeled back the forest, the message is finally visible: history is not what we think it is. Every year, researchers scan more ground, uncover more structures, reveal more impossible alignments. And every discovery adds a new layer to the mystery instead of solving it. If these cities existed, what else is still hidden beneath the jungles of Southeast Asia? Beneath the deserts of Africa? Beneath the oceans? How many civilizations have risen and fallen without leaving a trace except for whispers in stone and the faint echoes of forgotten science? Human history is not a straight line. It is a maze, twisting, branching, looping back on itself. And Angkor may be one of the greatest keys to unlocking that maze. The jungle kept these cities silent for 1,000 years. But silence does not erase truth. Today, the earth is speaking, revealing her secrets beam by beam as lasers cut through the leaves. And as we uncover more, the question shifts. It is no longer, what have we discovered? It is, what are we still blind to? If an entire network of ancient megacities could hide beneath our feet for centuries, what else lies buried beneath the world's forgotten places? What else waits for the moment when technology finally catches up with the past? This is just the beginning. The jungle is still speaking. The earth is still whispering. And we are only now learning how to listen. So join us as we dive deeper into the world's greatest mysteries. Subscribe, stay curious, and tell us, which ancient secret should we uncover next?